Hey y'all, what's up? So it's been a while since I posted on my YouTube channel, but I had a really great day. I was supposed to have an all-day workshop that ended up being postponed, which meant I had an empty day to get caught up on everything on, over a week's worth of tasks I need to take care of, things for my clients, personal things, etc. So it really ended up being a good day. But let me tell you about something that I discussed with one of my colleagues that I think is really important for us to think about as we continue to try to demonstrate ally characteristics. Usually what happens is that it's kind of like this all or nothing thing. It's very binary where either people expect you to be shouting in the room, proverbially, or in reality, or completely silent, but there's no in between. And I think when we think about allyship, we shouldn't think of it in such a binary way because there's so many different ways in which you can respond. And I think those ways in which you respond to every scenario, it's not binary. It's more on a spectrum than it is on two opposites, if you will. And so given that every single day we're negotiating how should we respond, and I would suggest that those responses are connected to the level of risk we feel comfortable taking. So you may be in a situation where you can take high risk because you're the most privileged or empowered person in the room, whereas another person witnessing or involved in the very same scenario may have to take a lower risk option as an ally because of maybe their safety, maybe their position in the organization, maybe there's some social capital in the room that they don't have yet, that the person that can take a high risk response has plenty of social capital to burn. And so given that, I think what's important is not judging people based on what end of the spectrum you've determined them to be in, when in reality, that person is negotiating an entire spectrum of risk, and it's not our place to determine where they land on that risk. Of course, I would like people to take more risk than comfortable. I'm not saying compromise safety, but what I am saying is I think everyone hangs out in this really comfortable zone. And in order to continue to develop as allies, we have to keep pushing that envelope of risk and keep pushing that what can I say? Pushing that spectrum, if you will, of comfort, because we just can't stay there. And if we stay in comfort, then that means that we're coddling the status quo, which means that we never have change. So all that to say, stop judging people based on the determinations they make in regards to their risk level, because you don't know everything that surrounds that determination. And for all of us, push outside of the comfort zone on that risk scale. Even if it's one tick up, even if it's a few steps up, still push yourself and don't hang out in that comfort zone of risk, because if that's the case, not much will change.